guys watch the Olympics every 4 years? Yeah. Do you know how a sport is put into the Olympics or how it is be removed?
No.
How that works? If you were to work your whole life, spend your whole life practicing and preparing to be able to make it into the Olympics, and then your sport was cut without any previous knowledge, would you be pretty upset about it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, after the 2008 Olympics, softball was removed as an Olympic sport. It has been a sport since 1996, and the reason it was removed is really unknown to anyone. The International Olympic Committee, or the IOC, is in charge of what sports make it into the Olympics, which ones get removed, and where they're held. They just make all the decisions for Olympic sports. And after the 2008 season, they decided that they voted to have it removed as a sport. The committee president, Jack Rogge, he has always said that he's wanted women's sports to become bigger and more important in the Olympics. But when you look at his committee, there are 111 members and only 16 of them are women. So when you look at it from that point of view, they need to look in their own committee before they can start making decisions about voting on women's sports. And as well, the committee is also made up of mostly European members, and softball is a dominant sport in the U.S. and Canada and Asia. So they need to get a more diverse committee as well. Softball is the first sport that has been removed since 1936, and that was polo was removed. They have been considering replacing it with golf, rugby, squash, karate, or any of the roller sports, and the committee is going to vote on that for the 2016 Olympics. President Rogge said that it could be reinstated by 2020 if softball works at it in other countries and get it so the U.S. isn't completely dominant. However, it was said that softball was removed after the 2008 Olympics, but it was voted to be removed before the Olympics actually happened because rumors said that it was to stick it to the Americans, but in 2008 Japan had won the Olympics and taken the gold, and the U.S. took silver. And it supposedly started, Rogge was trying to remove it in 2002, as well as baseball and the modern pentathlon, but he failed, mostly because the modern pentathlon has a huge European support system. When the IOCs vote to remove a sport, it is completely anonymous. Even the own committee doesn't know who voted for what and how many people voted for what. There's one person that actually knows who made what votes and how many, and that is Rogge, the president. So, in order for a sport to make it into the Olympics, it has to be practiced by men in 75 countries and 4 continents, and practiced by women in 40 countries and 3 continents. And then after it has passed those requirements, then the IOC will make one big vote to decide if it'll be officially an Olympic sport for the next Olympic season. USA Today said that softball was removed in 2008. However, the decision had taken place before the summer. Softball is competitive all over the world, but only 8 teams are chosen out of all of the countries to participate in the Olympics. Then they participate in a tournament called a roundabout, and then the top 4 teams from there go to take place in the semifinals to get gold, silver, and bronze. In 1996, 86 countries had participated, and by 2008, 131 countries participated. Since softball has been removed, many high school and colleges have been worried about the sport being removed from their schools, and scholarship money for the sport has gone down a lot because they don't have anything to work for anymore. The USA team pitcher Jenny Finch will go around and visit schools and tell them to keep their dreams alive and keep practicing, because one day we do hope to have it reinstated back into the Olympics. So last summer was the first summer without softball in the Olympics, and all the U.S. team was sitting in the stands watching other teams like golf and rugby practicing to get their moment to shine on the biggest day of their lives, and they had to sit there and look down and watch them practice. There is a voting happening to hopefully get softball reinstated by the 2020 Olympics.
Supposed to clap?